us, tonight, guys. Just real quick here. The timeline was comic book in 2009. We shot in 2011. That was 15 years ago. Holy shit. And then, it took us 4 years of post-production because we had so much terrible footage.
Thanks a lot, Daniel.
We shot some stuff with Camille and lost all the files.
It's not because it was terrible.
No, it wasn't because it was terrible. No. It's because we didn't know what we were doing.
You managed to.
But so 2016 we finally got it together to screen, do a couple of screenings at the Alamo Draft House in Littleton. They were amazing to work with. Now you deal with them. And now it marks the 10th anniversary of those screenings.
Yeah.
We submitted to a number of film festivals. We get the badge of honor for not getting accepted to any film festival. We even submitted to Troma Dance, Lloyd Kaufman. Yeah, they rejected it, but a couple years ago they picked it up on their streaming platform. So it's on Troma now. It's got on there. Pretty ridiculous. But I'd love to, bring up Little Theodore, my co-star as Little Theodore. With Ryan Poliski, who helped us out on some of the technical. Ryan, you're welcome to come up here too. And then I'm going to try in the post-production world, dealing with all of this hassle. We did come across an engineer who wanted to learn editing and handed it over to him, and he had a good time. Peter, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yay!
Say hi to everybody. Hopefully you heard a little bit of that. Anyway, Little Theodore, Dave.
Take her.
Yeah. We've been performing with Little Theodore and Babushka, Lauren's here. As OFM, Odom Mood. In fact, Adrian and Paige are in the audience. They were members of that cast. We're going to get dressed up in latex monster outfits, leave all over the stage, and you guys were the aerialists that would drop out of the sky. And we would always love collaborating with Little Theodore. So I always wanted to bring you into some of our projects and stuff. And we still collaborate together every now and then too.
Yes. We've got Kev Crafts, I think.
That's right.
Theme song for that. And I really have to congratulate you. Little Theodore has been invited to participate in a few cinematic endeavors.
Endeavors, yeah.
This is might be the only one, or at least the longest one that was ever completed. Otherwise, I've been a total bad luck charm. I've destroyed all various.
You have it. I'm the bad luck charm. Let's get it out here.
So, but thanks for having me here and doing this.
Yeah.
Fun.
Working with you guys, it's always been a pleasure, and you've always been one of my art heroes here in Denver. So I'm always happy. I'm always happy to Ryan, you're here. We've been working together for 2009, something like that.
40,000 years.
40,000
Like
years.
40. When I look at the shots of Denver in that movie, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It's like all empty. How is that possible?
There's a lot of shots in there where there were cars moving in the background. We weren't very good at what we were doing.
You could not do that now. Like you couldn't do that now because there's just way too many buildings. There'd be like lights and stuff going on. You couldn't do it. But back then, it just was so dead and desolate out in that area. It's weird.
Yeah, when we shot the the scene in South Platte River, that was at 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and because we thought, well, that'd be the perfect time where we would have light and the least amount of joggers, along there. We did have a few joggers, and they stopped and gawked, and I'm surprised they didn't offer us, but they probably saw me just like, no, keep jogging, keep jogging. It's safer.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did not see that. Yeah, definitely. We kind of learning as we were going. We definitely set out to do a mockumentary. I was really influenced with a lot of documentaries at the time that were just mishmashing whatever they could shoot, and there's a lot of stuff I think by Michael Moore that used different technologies and different qualities of audio. I'm like, okay, this gives us license to do whatever and fail upwards. And we certainly failed to a finished film, so that's good. It was definitely a great teaching tool for me and another platform for storytelling. And we had a couple of different cuts, but I think it was we realized nothing was really working. I'm a terrible editor. I'm just atrocious. Brian knows. He's seen my work and has a good chuckle from time to time.
Amazing. That's amazing.
It's amazing. But it wasn't until I think a friend of ours, Peter Paul Bruni, introduced us. You were an engineer and wanted to learn editing, and you really dove into this project.
Yeah, I'd been working overseas in a completely different world that had no creativity, so the opportunity to get into something like this, and I always respected Dan for his madness in his projects. That creativity is always inspiring, and it was totally worth it. Would probably do a different movie that had less footage. It was a blast. It was and learned a ton doing it, and got to meet an amazing group of creative people. So totally a cool experience. And yeah, it was hard to find footage where there wasn't a car occasionally driving back and just to keep it moving.
That's why it's edited the way it is.
That's why it's just so choppy and chaotic. Yeah. But I feel like it keeps things kind of moving and lively.
Things like using the same cameras for all of your footage and stuff that I honestly never even thought about. To go, oh, this is tough.
Yeah.
Low-budget films are known for being tough.
I think overall, as long as you keep the production to a style, and there's a style to this thing, that's what's the coolest part about it. That's where it's like you achieved that style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some credit to that definitely goes to Ryan and his color room work to take the tips that I did and make it consistent.
Yeah, it's been a few years. We don't remember too much of what we did on that film. I think the total budget was like $400, and that was spent on breakfasts. I remember treating you two out to breakfast with my parents too. My dad was infatuated with you. Oh, Lauren.
What happened to the rest of your cast? Where are they?
They were wise and dispersed to the wind. No, Brian, Natalie, who portrays Aloysius C. Cunningham, the narrator, he was supposed to be here tonight. He's battling a hefty fever right now. So, a couple of them got sick. Peter would have been here, but his family also had a few emergencies today.
Yeah, and I did fly from Florida to get to Colorado, but we had a medical emergency in our family, and so I didn't want to put more people through more driving all day to take us down there. So I still appreciate Dan and all of it. I got close.
Yeah, Alan Cutler Butler, who plays Punya. He's in Trinidad, so he runs, I think, the theater department at the high school down there. So yeah, and